Good afternoon. So I created the playlist with all the utility scale Nero's videos from about 4 months ago, and I've started to repeat it. I hope some people that didn't have it can now watch it. Actually, there is still, even though it's quite a lengthy series, there are still things to be said that I have not said, and I postponed it for later for another kind of series, a scientific series that I still I didn't have that opportunity to set my mind on it. So even though it's actually longer than it was supposed to be, it's far from covering everything that I had to say on the matter. So maybe I'll just replay everything now. I don't know if it's of any help to anybody, but maybe I'll just do it like that. One important kind of comment that I have regarding the first video, I said it. I mean, in this video, I mean, it's from 4 months ago again. So I stated that, I mean, there is no proof for energy transfer, even though it's incredibly plausible of the evidence we already had. But after that, like about a month ago, 5 weeks ago, I've documented an absolute proof for energy transfer using a DC circle, which is disconnected, and only 2 electrolysis chambers. I mean, one with each of the rods that are separated by air, and you still see electrolysis. And this was documented, and even, I mean, there are videos in this channel that show it. I mean, so yes, we definitely have evidence for energy transfer. Even in the macroscopic, not only the microscopic, but in the macroscopic, like, I mean, visible, taken by camera, just like that, and more than once. So yes, we have energy transfer. I mean, you don't have any other reason. I mean, you can't explain it in any other way. Just imagine like, a DC circle with electrolysis component, but I mean, instead of one container, you have 2 containers, and the hot rod, like in the neutral rods, are in each of the containers, but the containers are not touched. They do not touch each other, and then there is only air between them. And they are both, like, placed on clay legs on glass table. Maybe I'll continue with, the biographical saga. Like, I'll record more additional chapters today. We'll see if it's important. I mean, I'll think about it. There's an important thing that I need to say. I always say every day, the future of humankind depends on the arms and the legs, and I don't know why you keep speaking about the ability of your titans, whether they exist or not, to go to Israel or not to go to Israel, to sustain the radiation or not to sustain the radiation. Like, I've never said that I think that titans or the foreigners should be the ones to rescue me. I mean, every day I say it's God's decree, God's statement that if I am to be rescued from the Nazi prison, from the trash can of this world, it is called the State of Israel, this should be done by human forces, with the emphasis on forces, not speakers, human forces that are dedicated to the movement of the arms and the legs, and are absolutely not professionals, and not skilled, and not trained, and not inclined to move mouths and tongues. Humans, because this is their planet, and it should be their main interest to save their people, because the radiation will not only destroy the titans, it will destroy every person on Earth. And if they want to survive, they need to move arms and legs. It doesn't make sense to make it like a titan issue. Why? I'm not a titan, and this is not the Titan world. This is the world of Homo sapienses. They control this world, and they shouldn't be moving arms and legs if they want to survive. Or they can elect to continue the movement of the mouths and the tongues, and just see the entirety of humanity just, annihilated in front of their eyes. Anyway, the humans, the Homo sapiens, are the ones that should move arms and legs, not mouths and tongues, arms and legs, into Israel, take me and my daughters outside of Israel, do it with completely sealed mouths. Not a word should be uttered. Not one word should or needed to be uttered. And this is the only path of partial salvation for humanity. Humans dedicated to the movement of the arm, to the limbs, getting from outside of Israel into Israel, taking me and my daughters by force outside of the territory of Israel, and doing it with a completely sealed mouth. Not a word should be uttered. This is the only path of salvation, of at least some kind of like partial, some kind of like part of humanity. The only pathway. And it does not require titans at all. It requires humans with strong wish to live in a relatively weak ego. That's what is required. Arms and legs, not mouths and tongues.